All right, guys, before we get into this podcast, football's in full swing, and you know what that means. Prize Picks, go download the app right now. Use code Bradley, and if you put in $5, literally your first line at $5, they'll give you $50. So whether you win or lose, draw, doesn't matter. You're getting $50 for free. I guess if you lost, you got $45, whatever, doesn't matter. Code Bradley, download the app right now. Also, right now, Prize Picks just started adding picks during the game. So like if the game is already live, previously, if you didn't already have the pick in, it's gone. But now you could pick during the game. Obviously, there's a cutoff at some point throughout the game when like the pick, depending on whatever pick it is like you can't do it. But for the most part, you can do live picks. So give it a shot. Go to Prize Picks right now. Download the app. Code Bradley. Put in $5 on your first sign up. You get $50 literally for free. Win, lose, or draw. All right, let's get into this podcast.
Oh, happy to have you, man.
Okay.
You good? You feel good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know before we start.
Yeah.
Any question, go ahead and ask.
No matter what?
No matter what.
Cool. Where'd you just come from right before this?
I came from home. I just got home from a 30-hour drive.
Yeah.
From Chicago to LA, LA to Chicago, back and forth.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Are you having fun doing all this?
Yeah, this is my dreams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I've been wanting my entire life.
Yeah.
And, you know, finally at the age of 24, this comes true. So
Yeah.
I'm not letting nothing stop me from achieving my dream. And I love everything that comes with it. The studios, the interviews, which interviews is my favorite part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like my music, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I get opportunity to explain that all that shit is real.
Yeah.
In the interviews. So I thank you for having me here.
Absolutely, man.
today.
Good to have you. I'm glad you made it. I was introduced to you. I was randomly streaming one night and someone was like react to Dave Blunt's.
I seen that.
You seen it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you see the jokes I was making?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for the jokes. You
I
know?
was kind of an asshole.
I'm all for the jokes. You know, everybody cracks jokes. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's not like, you know, I can tell when somebody's just like hating me for, you know, no reason. But I thought it was all in good fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
And then I started looking into more of your stuff and I was like, the music's actually dope. But I'm also surprised like how you just say crazy. Do you say crazy shit on purpose?
well, I talk exactly how me and my friends talk in the Xbox party.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
That's just how it is. It's like, and these things, you know, when you meet people, these are things that everybody says.
Yeah.
The only reason they're reacting like that is because, oh, you can't say that nowadays.
Yeah.
Like in front of cameras or in front of people. But the way I see it is if you come out the gate saying like that, saying stuff like that, people either will accept you or they won't. So you can't really get canceled if you're not built up by the people.
Yeah.
By the people who, you know, are sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm not built up by people who are sensitive.
Yeah.
So people who are sensitive can't cancel me.
Yeah. I don't even think being canceled is a real thing anymore. I think it's just like you have to cancel yourself ultimately. Like you have to either apologize for something you said and then it was like, oh, we knew we got him. But nowadays it seems like it's way different. And people's reaction to like what people are saying is way different. And that's why I thought it was interesting. I thought maybe you said certain things, you say certain things to get a reaction, or it's just genuinely, that's just how you are.
That's just how I am, bro. Like, I mean, bro, I'm 24.
Yeah.
Before all this, like I blew up in like April, moved out here in June. Before all this, I was just a nigga who was, I can say that, right?
You can say whatever you want here.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
You can say whatever you want.
Cool, man. Hey, man, I was just a nigga who was unemployed, living at my mom's house. I quit my job when I was 18, and I told my mom that I was going to make music work. Yeah. So for 6 years, it was nothing until I just caught on.
What do you think made it catch on?
Posting on TikTok is what made it catch on. I was against it because I'm like, hey, man, I'm not about to be on there shaking it out west. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to be doing viral TikTok dances, but I figured, hey, if it's just me posting videos of me listening to my song sipping from the cup that I'm not able to put down, then we'll see what people think about it.
I had is this the manager that I was hitting up? I was hitting him up, and I tried to get his number because I wanted to get the same outfit as you, and I couldn't get it on the site. Sold out.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody knows that when it comes to rappers and their merch, it's, there's always some bull that goes on with it. Yeah. It's far beyond my control. But yeah, those tracksuits sold out like as soon as we put them up there. So now we're still, got to send out the ones that we got and before we can get new ones. But yeah, we're gonna figure that shit out.
Well, let's talk about the music a little bit, because when I listen to your stuff, it reminds me a little bit of Juice WRLD, like kind of the vibe.
I can see that.
Is that something that you originally like went towards? Or like an inspiration?
I wouldn't say like tried to copy him or anything, but the thing that I liked about Juice WRLD was his vulnerability in his music. He was very vulnerable. So that's what I take inspiration from. Yeah. From him is the vulnerability. My music is very vulnerable. I talk about dating girls who are selling their pussy and, you know what I'm saying, like that. Those aren't things that usually people will admit in real life, let alone in front of the world. But hey, man, I'm just letting you know. And by saying it in front of the world, a lot of people be dating girls that sell pussy. That's what I figured out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess somebody else is going through what I'm going through.
Yeah. So recently you were at the Chicago. What was going on in Chicago? What event was that?
That was the Juice WRLD Day. That was to commemorate, his life and a celebration of his life.
Yeah, and you got on stage. They had this viral clip of you sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
and you said, "Get off my dick, Snoop Dogg." Was it because he's? I mean, did he come at you in a wrong way?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
It started off with, I had a good friend of mine, BLP Kosher and Babytron. Okay. Those are two artists. Are you aware of who they are?
Yes.
Two great artists. They invited me out to their show, just to hang out backstage. I'm hanging out. And then, I have the world's best manager. He was talking to the DJ and said, hey, can, Dave come out and perform a song? And they were like, yeah. Now, before this, everybody on the internet is like, his music's good, but how is he going to perform? Yeah. There's no way he's going to be able to perform. He'll never perform. I found a way to perform. I went out there. I said, look, man, I'm nervous. The only way I'll do it is if y'all give me a chair. And they're like, okay, done. And they got me a chair on stage. So I'm out there performing. And when I need to sit down, I'm going to sit my ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like they said I couldn't perform. I found a way to perform. And everybody in the audience loved it. Nobody had any problem with it. And it was a really proud moment of mine. It's my first time performing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I come from the real dirt bottom of the trenches. Social Security, rats in the refrigerator, like real. I come from the bottom of the bottom. So for me to be here performing in front of 1,500 people, them singing my words, and then it happened so fast, it was a really proud moment for me and everybody on my team. Yeah. The next day I look on the internet, they're trying to shame me. Now, there are a lot of rappers with pedophilic allegations. They don't get shamed like that. But me being a big nigga sitting on stage, they're like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, why would you know what I'm saying? Before y'all said I couldn't perform. I found a way to perform. It's like they're putting an asterisk next to it or something. Then everybody's weighing in on their opinions. And then Snoop Dogg was like, yo, put down the potato chips and F you and the chicken wings and get to the end of the cup. That chair's about to break soon. And I'm like, man, I don't even eat chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
No chicken wings.
Who the f eats plain potato chips? Like, who does that, bro? Yeah. Like, who does that? Nobody eats plain I like the
potato
chips.
Jalapeno ones, though. Fire.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating plain potato chips. I don't like chicken wings. I prefer the chicken thigh. There's too much meat on the chicken breast.
I get you.
There's not enough meat on the wing. The thigh is the perfect meat to bone ratio. You know what I'm saying? I broke this down to a science.
I get you.
So I see that. But hey, listen, I'm all for the jokes.
Yeah.
He's getting his jokes off.
Yeah.
So I get my joke off. I made a post on my Instagram talking about, hey, Snoop Dogg, my favorite movie of yours is Baby Boy. In that movie, you played an artist, you played a dude who was trying to have unwanted sex with his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend in front of her kid. And I didn't judge you off that performance, so don't judge me off of my performance. You know what I'm saying?
I get
obviously it's a movie, but he got his jokes off, so I'm gonna get my jokes off.
Yeah. You don't think though he has not some right to say what you're doing or not doing, but you don't think it's coming from a place of like care at all?
No. He did. Have you seen Snoop Dogg's Instagram? It's
I've
a
seen
meme
it.
page.
Yeah, it's a meme page. Yeah.
You know, he's supposed to making fun of people, which is cool, but it's like, hey, I'm not a mother pushing a SoundCloud link. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually somebody.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're doing this. It's like, I have a voice as well. I'm going to voice my opinion. And it's like I said, the only reason I had a problem with it is because that was a really big moment for me in my career and for everybody on my team who helped out doing that. When you're on me, you're not only just on me, you're on my manager who works tirelessly day and night to get me these opportunities.
Yeah.
Who is working with me tirelessly day and night to help me with my weight, who networks with my family, make sure they're okay. Yeah. So you're not just on me, you're on everybody in my team. And so I had a problem with it because it was a really big moment for me. Everybody in the crowd was happy. And I look online and everybody is trying to shame me.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg is adding to that. Now, afterwards, Snoop Dogg apologized. He DM'd me. We had a conversation. Now, at Juice WRLD Day, I was in the wrong for that. I was nervous as because it's 20,000 people, right? And I'm getting ready to go on stage. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I'm not going out there. And then I'm like, man,
because
if
of being nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because of being nervous. I'm like, bro, I can't do that. Then there was some alcohol, a bottle of Jameson. I think I chugged at least half the bottle, if not more. And then I'm like, all right, let's go out there. So I perform my song, can't put down the cup. And then I'm looking around and I see everybody smiling and having a good time. And I'm like, bro, why would anybody ever try to shame me for this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, man, Chicago, y'all got a problem with me sitting down on this stage? They all said no. And I'm like, then get off my dick, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Once again, the emotions was running because I was drunk and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I shouldn't have did that, but I did it. I'm standing on it. Whatever comes from it, I'll take the consequences.
There's some degree of it, which is kind of cool because at the end of the day, it's also, he's a legend in the hip hop game. For him to say anything, obviously it kind of, rubbed you the wrong way. It's still a cool thing, right?
You can look at it like that if you're like a child, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's like, ooh, I just got acknowledged by somebody big. Like even a child will be happy about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like me meeting my hero and he spits on me.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like hawks a loogie on me. Now some people be like, oh my God, I just got spit on by Snoop Dogg. Bro, I'm not with none of that disrespect, bro. Like I don't care who you are.
I respect
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're good now, but yeah, that's the problem I had with it.
So there's another thing, obviously, I'm just looking into more of your stuff. There's definitely a real concern for your health.
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you're trying to change or want to change?
Yes, it is something that I'm actively working on and trying to change. But at the end of the day, it's like I still got what I need to do.
Yeah.
So the situation with me being on the oxygen, I went to the hospital before the Juice WRLD Day just to make sure everything was all right. I went to the doctor and they're like, it's probably good for you to stay in the hospital a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. When I'm in there, my asthma's up and I'm like getting better, but slowly. And I tell the nurse, I'm like, bro, like I'm about to perform in front of 20,000 people. Is there any way that you can okayate me to leave? Like you can leave. They're not keeping you prisoner.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't want to leave and be up.
Yeah.
And the hospital was like, well, the only thing is that you're on oxygen. And we want it to be so that way you can sit in here on oxygen. We can do walking tests to get you to where you don't need the oxygen. And I said, well, can I just take it with me? And I'll just do that on my own? And she was like, yeah, that could be a possibility, but, just know that it's going to be it's gonna be hard. I'm like, the show must go on.
But you have actual concern though, right? I mean, you have what it was heart
obviously,
failure.
man. I'm hooked to
Yeah.
oxygen tank. This isn't fun.
So when you talk about the show going on, like, what if you don't make it?
The only person who has a say in that is God.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to no comments about, 1 year max to live or this certain thing to live. I could walk out here and get hit by a bus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody can assassinate me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, my life expectancy isn't any more greater or lesser than yours, than his, anybody in here. We can all get took it out now by a gas leak. I can unscrew this oxygen and just throw it on the ground. We'll all explode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says about that, because I have a relationship with God, and He's the one that says when my last day is going to be.
Yeah. But
So,
you also
I don't hear about that. Bro.
But you also have to make choices because there are things you could do to yourself that can make it worse, that can get you closer to that.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm actively trying to work on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only reason why I bring it up, because I'm just trying to.
I understand. Yeah. I like I said, I'll answer any question honestly. But it's like, motherfuckers on the internet, they're only going to see what's going on in front of the scenes,
Yeah.
So it's like.
So what are you doing? Because to have heart failure at 23, 24 years old is pretty significant.
It is pretty significant.
Yeah.
What am I doing to try to fix it?
Yeah.
Hey, I just hired a personal trainer that's going to, she's got like a private gym.
Cool.
We're going to be, working out. She's going to be doing meal prep for me and all that. So, yeah.
What do you think the hardest part? Like, when did you really start to gain weight?
I couldn't even tell you, bro. I've been pretty much big since around like the age of 5. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily know what it is, but that doesn't make me a lesser human being than you or
No, of course
anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and it's always the people who have something to say about that who don't really got going on in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I hate fat people. You know what I'm saying? But then like, oh, bro, I'm looking at your page. You were strung out on heroin a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, really, what's going on? Like, how could you not even, have a little bit of compassion, or not even compassion? Just don't say shit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just make sure clear. I'm not at all trying to come at you any sort of way.
Yeah,
I just genuinely have concern.
Yeah.
And I hope that
I appreciate that.
And I hope that you continue to stick to the things that you're saying, because it's like it would suck. Seeing artists kind of like come and go, and
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere. I don't got a year max, none of that. Bro, if I was listening to motherfuckers on the internet, I mean, I would fall victim to get rich quick schemes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I listening to what somebody on the internet has to say that doesn't have a relationship with God?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I know God. God knows me. We talk quite often. And he tells me the same that everybody else is telling me. But also, I know that God didn't bring me this far for this to be it.
Yeah.
Not all the shit that I went through. I've been through a lot of shit.
Let's talk about it.
Hell yeah, what you want to know,
so
man?
You grew up with both parents?
No, I grew up with my mom. My dad, I didn't really have a relationship with him too much, and then he passed away when I was 8 years old.
How did he pass?
He passed away he was eating something and he choked on it.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I lost my father when I was 6, so I can't necessarily relate to everything, but what were the hardest parts of your childhood that you felt like you can look to now? And if you could give any advice to someone who'd go through the same thing that you can give them?
I'd say living in a shelter that was like, it was a domestic violence shelter. So we couldn't be dropped off right in front of the shelter because like dudes would be like, oh, that's where my girlfriend lives. Let me go beat on her some more type. You know what I'm saying? So I had to be dropped off from the school bus down the street at a Chuck E. Cheese. Bro, I'm 8 years old. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese every day. My mom has to tell me, we don't have enough money for Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
Type. And yeah, man, that was hard. living in like motels and just my mom just trying to figure it out. But no matter what we was going through, my mom always made sure that I had some slither of luxury. You know, whether that be we living in the shelter, but at least I have a Game Boy, you know?
Yeah.
We're living in a hotel, but at least for Christmas, I got a Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom always made sure that there was one thing that I wanted that I had, no matter what.
What games were you into? You ever played Pokemon?
Pokemon?
You ever played that on the Game Boy?
Nah, I was into like Sonic,
Okay.
Super Mario, I think, and then like on the Xbox, I was playing like Army of Two.
Okay. You play games now?
Yeah.
I'm a huge gamer. That's why I asked.
Yeah, man, I just play Fortnite, and that's it.
No.
Like, hey, listen, man. Like, listen, I got into the game when I was 19, and I got really good at it, and it's like an abusive relationship. You know, I keep getting my beat, but I keep going back because it's all I know.
It's
all I know.
It's so fun, man. Have you played OG yet, or you haven't had time? Because it just came out like 2 days ago.
I haven't really had time to play it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait.
All right, guys, quick interruption for the podcast. Transcend Company. So a lot of people message me and ask me really often about like the supplements and stuff that I take. Lately, I've been really, really a huge fan of BPC 157, and I've gotten all this stuff from Transcend. Their quality of all their stuff is top notch. Like everything is pharmaceutical, everything is like FDA compliant, everything is like above board, really amazing. Lately, besides the BPC 157 for inflammation, because my knee had been giving me such a problem and it just kind of made me avoid squatting in general, even though I promised like I wasn't just avoiding it in general, because my knee was actually up. But also something I've been really into lately has been NAD plus and glutathione. All these things you guys can get from Transcend, along with TRT, along with tons of other peptides, tons of other things that you guys might be interested in. Give it a shot if you guys want to. I promise you, whether you're taking TRT or peptides or supplements or anything, if you're just trying to feel better, you're trying to look better, you're trying to be better, you need to know this stuff. It's so important. And Transcend is a really easy way to do it. Go to transcendcompany.com/RAWTALK to get 15% off if you're a first-time customer. Go give it a shot. I literally cannot recommend this enough. Get your blood work done. Do not wait. I cannot recommend it enough. Transcendcompany.com/RAWTALK. First time, 50% off. Do it right now. Let's get back into this podcast. So I want to talk about a little bit about, you mentioned your relationship with God.
Yes, sir.
When did that start to come about?
My whole life. I've always had a relationship with God. You know, my full name is Davion Blessing. And my mom, I'm the only one in my family with the name Blessing. My mom named me that because there was complications with my birth. Almost didn't make it. Some Lifetime movie network bull she told me. But nah. So yeah, I've always had a relationship with God. Sometimes I'll stray away from his word, but we get locked back in all the time.
Yeah. What has being in the music industry taught you about yourself that you didn't know prior?
I don't really like unprofessionalism. I didn't really think that would be something that I would have an issue with, but yeah, man, this shit's unprofessional and ghetto as
the music industry.
Yeah, bro, and it's all white people. So I'm like, why are you guys so ghetto? You know?
Like, do you talking about the owners?
Well, I mean, I just mean like, yo, if I show up to an event, you guys give me a time and I'll show up on time. And they're still, we just got to set these things up. And then the start time isn't like 3 hours to when I originally got there. That's unprofessional and ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't show up anywhere on time. Because every time I do, it's like, bro, I'm waiting 3 hours. That's why I didn't show up here on time, man.
We were waiting.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. Good. But nah, man, like seriously, like I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm not gonna show up on time if motherfucker is not ready. So
it's funny because I have the exact inverse experience because I'm always on time when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
And anytime I have a rapper on, they're always late.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's just black people, man. Like real, bro. And that's why I always think I'm like, bro, they already know how black people are. So they'll give us an original time, and then they have the actual start time. So I feel like I got here at the actual start time. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, that nigga ain't gonna be here on time, man. So yeah, bro.
You're like 80% true. 80% accurate. What are you having the most fun with? Because dude, I feel bad because you struggle with the air, all this kind of.
This shit,
There's
I
nothing.
only need it when I'm moving around. I don't need it right now, but if I take it off, oh, he's a phony. I just gonna keep it on. But yeah, I only need
No,
this
you
shit.
weren't phony. You could tell like what you had done prior. Like you didn't necessarily need it, but none of it feels phony to me.
Yeah, bro. People were saying that was like a publicity stunt.
I'm not gonna
some
lie.
shit.
I thought when I saw it, I was like, that's genius.
I
But
mean,
it's
yeah,
not.
but it's my life, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 100% putting my life on display for the people.
Yeah.
And once again, it comes with people trying to shame me. Bro, do you know how many like messages I got from kids with like disabilities that are like, bro, I make music. I never know that. I didn't think I was going to ever perform. But then I seen you perform and you have oxygen where you gave me hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the shit I'll focus on.
Yeah.
On people with disabilities looking at me like I'm their
Example.
Jesus, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm the disability Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm dying for their sins.
Well, we don't want to see you die, bro.
Well, I don't mean necessarily,
Yeah,
but I mean like dying metaphorically, as in
get
I'm
you.
taking the arrows for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's performing within sitting down with an oxygen tank. I'm taking those arrows to the back.
Yeah.
Bro, next year there's gonna be some kid at Juice World with polio. You know what I'm saying? With crutches. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm doing is really opening it up and showing people that, bro, it doesn't matter what you got going on. You can really make this shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect the fuck out of it.
So
I honestly I would love to see, I'd love to see you get healthier though overall.
yeah, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
that's something that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? And I promise, there will be results.
Yeah.
I promise. And yeah, bro, like I said, bro, it's just like what I did, bro. A lot of people were proud of me. I had my mom there, my grandma, my sister. I had a little with me, you see her?
Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Melissa, right?
You said what?
Is it Melissa?
Isabel.
Isabel.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Who in the industry has shown you the most love? Because obviously we talked about the Snoop Dogg thing, a little
The
bit of shade.
industry. Who
Yeah.
in the industry has shown me the most love?
I'm always curious, like who was like a person that you're like almost surprised that they hit you up or they reached out and were like, yo, keep it up, whatever, something like simple.
I want to say there's a lot of people. There's a few people that come to mind, but there's a lot of people in Chief Keef's camp. You know Chief Keef, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like a lot of people that work around him that have shown me a lot of love. They've just put plays together for me. Allowed me to use their studio. Just giving me advice. A lot of, and then also Little Yachty's artist DC2 True.
Yeah.
He's shown me a lot of love and given me a lot of game and just
Yeah, Yachty, I don't know DC well, but Yachty, every time I've interacted with him, he's always just been like a really, really good dude.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Yachty's cool, but I've spent more time around
DC.
Yeah, DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you get inspiration for your songs?
My life. I mean, if you listen to my songs, you
Yeah.
hear the crazy shit. I get inspiration from anything. I'll probably make a song when I leave here, about meeting Bradley Martyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I get inspiration from my songs is my life that have done me wrong.
Yeah.
Messing with potential. Are they going to do me wrong? You know what I'm saying? My albums, they're story based. So you'll hear an album, you're like, ooh, he's messing with this girl. I wonder how it's gonna go. Then you hear the next song, it's a little bit rocky. And then you hear the next song, it's like, she did him wrong.
Yeah.
You know
So
what
is
I'm
it
saying?
by design then, or is it's just what happens and you just talk about it?
It's just what happens. I'm crafting the story as it's going. Because my life, I figured out at a young age that my life has played out like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's been insane. So with knowing that, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna document this
Yeah.
in music form. So hey, I meet Isabel. Hey, Isabel's pretty cool. Then Isabel does something like, ooh, I don't know about Isabel. And then that's that's all I got so far is just I don't know about Isabel.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen next? Let's see what she does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that girls like do the clout chase on you or what?
I mean,
Because you start posting them, and they're like trying to get some followers, and they like that kind of.
yeah, bro. I mean, bro. Anybody to tell you, bro, I'm quick to turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what I do. You know, I do it for I do it for my friends. You know, I'm somebody who naturally wants to be a provider. You know what I'm saying? I like to put my niggas on, put my on. So shit,
You don't
bro.
care. You don't care. Okay.
I mean, in the moment, I don't care. But when it's all over and they've like me over, then I'm like, I shouldn't have did all that.
Then you got a song though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a song out of it. Hell yeah. Hell
So,
yeah.
what was your biggest heartbreak then? Madison?
Madison was a pretty big heartbreak, but I gotta say it was probably Solar.
Solar?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about her.
Yeah, no, she was man, you know Discord?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I met her through Discord.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so my friend had a server. This is when I first started blowing up. My friend had a server, and I was known for coming in that server and just like taking all the girls away, just like taking all the girls from niggas in there. Like, I'll be like, yo, what's up? Like, follow me on Instagram.
This is some 2024, 25.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is some internet.
So they see my Instagram. I got all the followers, you know. They just flocking to me immediately. It gets to the point to where every time I come in the server, niggas is like, no, you're not gonna talk to her, bro. No, they talking over me. And I see Solar, and I'm like, bro, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. Like, I gotta talk to her. And then, so they're talking over me, yelling. I'm just like, hey, Solar, send me your number. Send me your number. And I leave 30 minutes later, she sent me her number.
Okay. But how did it go? How did it go bad?
Bro, how did it go bad? Let me tell you, man. So look, I'm immediately talking to her. I find out her living situation isn't the best. You know, she's living with her roommates, but her roommates had her living in the living room, but she wanted her own space. So she moved to a closet, bro. A closet. Like, she's living in the closet on some the boy under the stairs, Harry Potter type. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, me, I'm just like, bro, like, let me save you. Like, let me let me fly you out to LA. Come live with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about anything. I'll pay for anything, everything. I'll take care of you. And she's on some where, no, like, I'm gonna come out there, but I want to be able to have like my own money type.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, but I keep pressing that issue. And then, you know, she's just not telling me the same. Then she ghosts me. And I'm like, oh, well, Discord, you know what I'm saying? I tried. Let's keep going on with life. Then one day, randomly out of nowhere, she calls me and she's crying. And this was like literally after I told my friends, because I'm sending her money, bro. Like, I'm sending her money to like,
What?
yeah, man. I was,
Yeah.
bro, I had just got the bread, bro.
Some
like,
simp
it is. No, it is. It is. It's some simp. I'm sending her bread for like, you know, groceries or like whatever she needs. And yeah, man. So I had just told my friends, like, bro, I'm done with this girl. Like, I'm done. She goes to me, it's over. And then she calls me and she's like, my roommates kicked me out. I have nowhere to go. And like it's on speakerphone. And I'm like, oh, let me go to my room real quick. And my manager was like, hey, we heard that, gang. We heard what she said. I'm like, all right, bro, chill. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, all right, you ready to come out here? You ready to come out here then? She's like, well, I really have no choice. I'm like, all right, come on. So, bro, I brought out all the stops. She smokes weed, bro. I spent like, what was that, gang? Like, what, 800 on weed? Like 1,000 on weed for her. Like, when she touched down, bro. Like, I had the weed ready. A whole bunch of that she liked. Care package for real.
little care package, yeah.
And so
Got her that drop.
Yeah. So she gets there everything's going good. And then she just like maybe a week later, bro, she just starts being like disrespectful to the house. Like, bro, it's three dudes living there and she's a girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like naturally as a girl, you know, she's not working, she's not contributing anything. She could at least clean some shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Cook some.
Yeah, or cook some. Which, hey, man, I'm not saying that she had to. I'm saying that's the least she can do because she's doing nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like she wasn't doing none of that. She's leaving my door unlocked all hours throughout the night, having random people come pick her up. And me, I'm just such a simp. I'm like, yeah, man, listen, you know, she's doing what she's doing. And my friends was like, bro, she's out there. I'm like, we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To this day, I still don't know. And it keeps me up at night.
Yo, stop.
I'll joke. But
Bro, she's definitely there doing dirt, bro.
yeah, bro. So like then like I finally grow some balls, right? Grow a pair of testicles.
There you go.
And I'm like, bro, like you know how I feel about you. Like, bro, I'm spending money on her. Whenever she's hungry, I'm throwing her my phone, unlocked here. Order whatever you want. I don't even care what the price is. Just get it.
Yeah.
Taking her to nice ass restaurants in LA. You know, this is a girl from Kansas, bro. She don't even know what a nice restaurant look like. Nigga, I could take her to Bossa Nova. She'll think that shit's a 5-star restaurant.
Oh, it's fun.
You know what I'm saying? For real,
I
though.
love Bossa Nova.
Yeah, but
I get you.
That's like
you.
a nice restaurant, but it's not 5-star.
I get you,
But
yeah.
if you bring a bitch from the hood to Bossa Nova,
Right.
hey man, she might think you're Jordan
She's like,
Belfort or
wow,
something.
what's going on? Yeah.
Exactly.
I get you.
My manager gave me that idea.
Yeah, no, that's a great place.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Comedy.
real. So I'm just like, yo, like, what do we got going on here, bro? Like, her name was Solar. I would take a day out of the Solar Sunday. I have a song named that, right? But that was actual real shit. Like, we do whatever she wants that day. I'm making it all about her, buying her whatever she wants, all that. And then finally, I'm just like, bro, like, what's going on? Like I'm trying to be with you. What's going on? Like, you out here playing games. And she's just like, well, I just want to be friends. And I'm like, hey, that's cool with me. You are my friend. At the end of the day, she was my friend. And I'm not helping her just because I like her. I'm helping her because she's a friend that needs help. But I do like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell her, I'm like, okay, like we can be friends. I'm cool with that. But as far as me playing the role of your boyfriend, I'm not gonna do that, bro. Like, I'll buy you the necessities that you need, like, as a girl. Girls need certain, or like, you know, food and, you know, a place to stay. I'm willing to help you with that. But the extra, mind you, alcohol, mind you, weed. This girl's an alcoholic, bro. She would walk to the liquor store every day and get a fifth, bro. Every day. And who is the one that's enabling her? Me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not helping each other. I'm buying her alcohol. She's like frying chicken at 3 a.m, giving me plates and shit. It's like, bro, there's no, like, we're enabling each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's not good.
We're toxic for each other, for real. And yeah, bro, we would have these arguments. Like, I'll be like, come on, you on that shit, bro? You're not even really trying to be with me. She's like, no, I am. I'm just trying to take it slow. Like, I'm like, all right.
She's trying to see how long she can get money for.
Exactly.
Is what it sounds like.
Keep me in the simp spell.
Yeah.
And then, you know, one day I'm in the hospital. This is how the simp spell got broken. My manager is out of town, right? And he's like, hey, gang, if she really cares about you, she'll stop everything she's doing to come see you in the hospital. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. So then I'm in the hospital. I got my companion, my best friend, Jessie Jones, with me. And she had stayed out all night previously. So I'm like needing to go to the hospital bad, but I'm waiting on her because she doesn't have a key. I don't want to lock her out of the house. So I'm like, we'll just leave the back door unlocked. I texted her. I said, yo, I left the back door unlocked. I'm going to the hospital. She doesn't respond. Keep in mind, she's been out all night previously. When I text her, it's like 3 p.m. She's still not home. I get to the hospital. It's around like 6 or 7. She texts me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm in the hospital." "Oh, well, I hope you feel better." Like, that's when I like, now the sim spell isn't broken, but it's cracking.
It's cracking.
You know, it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I just a long time before that, I'd have kicked her out.
yeah.
A long
Hey,
time.
man,
But I respect
should
it.
have.
I
I
respect
should have,
it.
but I didn't want to just kick somebody out to the road, bro. You know, I'm not an asshole. You know what I'm saying? She's telling me she has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So then after that, I just start having an argument with her through text. Like, bro, you don't give a fuck about me. You doing this, and that. She'd do this thing where she'd leave my door unlocked and like wide open and like on some back door shit for real.
That's not good.
So yeah, bro, I'm just like, you don't really care about me. And then I'm like, this is a conversation that we need to have in person. So the next morning she comes to the hospital and we have a conversation. She's like being irate, crying, screaming because I'm calling her out on all that she's doing.
Yeah.
And she's, classic manipulator. They're going to try to gaslight, overreact, get up, start throwing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
crocodile tears.
Exactly. So I'm just like, bro, like, finally she calms down and it plays out like a movie, bro. I grab her hand and I'm like, Solar, like, you're looking at a nigga who will do anything for you, who cares about you, who really just wants to take care of you. Enough of the games, bro. Do you really want to be with me or no? And she says no. And I'm like, okay. All right. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I wiped my tears. And then I was just like, all right, bro. And then like, you got to get a job. Like, I'm still going to help you with anything you need, but you need to contribute to the household. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play the role of your boyfriend if I'm not your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And, everything, she like blew, before she left, right? She blew up a rubber glove and she was like, if you ever need to remember me by, keep this rubber glove. I'm like,
wait, what the f does that mean?
Hey, I don't know. This. I'm just telling you what she did.
What the f?
She blew up a rubber glove and was like, yo, if you need to remember me while you're in here, just just hold the rubber glove. And I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, it got me through it. It got me through it. And then,
Bro, these are giving crumbs.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was literally nothing that she gave. Yeah, it was actually somebody else's. It was the hospital's glove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
She's like, what can I do? Here's a glove.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, man. So the next morning, I call my grandma. My grandma has extreme discernment from the Lord. She always tells me messages that God wants me to hear through her. And when I listen to those messages, it always benefits my life. I tell my grandma about the Solar situation. Now, I told her when Solar first came, right? And she's like, ooh, I don't know about that, baby. Keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. And I'm like, all right. And then when I explained the whole situation, she was like, that girl is the devil and you need her out of your house before you get out of the hospital. And I'm like, are you for real? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I can't do that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't do that. And she was like, what you need to do is you need to call that girl and see where she's at. I'm like, she's at home. She's like, that girl ain't home. You know that. Call her. Hangs up on me. That's the most gangster shit I see my grandma ever do. You tell somebody, call her, and then call me back. Hang up. I'm like, what the f-?
She was serious.
She was serious.
Yeah.
So I call Solar, and she answers, and I can tell that she just woke up. And she's like, hello. And I'm like, yo, what's up? You at home? And I can see on the FaceTime that she's in a bathroom, but it's not my bathroom. Nah, bro. It's a dirty ass bathroom that's got the fan up there with like dust and bugs in it. And I'm like, bro, that is not my bathroom. And so she hangs up. And then I'm like, what the f-? She texts me back talking about her phone died.
Oh my God, this is just a classic bull.
Yeah. And then I'm like, and she's like, and I'm like, okay, are you at home? She says, no, I stepped out early. And I'm like, what do you mean early? It's like 8 a.m. So did you leave at 7, 6? And why are you leaving so early? Like, there's no way you found a job interview that quick. We just talked yesterday. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what the like, nah, this shit ain't sitting right with me. So I text her, I'm like, bro, you gotta get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's why I text her. I'm like, bro, I come home tomorrow. You gotta be out of there by the time I get there. She's texting me, freaking out, saying I don't got nowhere to go and all that. Keep in mind, she would spend days at a time out.
Yeah.
So it's like
she got somewhere to go.
She's got somewhere to go for real. And so I tell my manager's not in town, but he's going to be in town that night. And I'm like, hey man, she's got to go before I get there. And he's like, hey, do I have your permission to remove her by the house by any means necessary? I said, hey man, yes. So
it's a demon, bro.
Yeah, literally, the devil. So then my manager, he's happy as hell because he never liked it. He's like waiting to get there. So I wasn't there, but my manager and my friend Jesse was there. Jesse was sitting on the couch. My manager storms into the apartment. He's like, hey, you ready? Let's go. He goes into the room, turns the light on. He's like, hey, Solar, you got to get the fuck on up out of here. And she's like, where am I supposed to go? He's like, I don't know, but you got to get the fuck out. She starts freaking out, screaming, crying, calling me. Where am I supposed to go, Dave? What the fuck? Like, you want me to be like one of those motherfuckers in a tent that's outside your apartment? Like, you, come on, like, where am I supposed to go? And I'm like, all right, bro, you got till 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, you're way too nice.
2 p.m. Yeah,
you're
bro.
way too nice.
I am. But I learned a lot from this situation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got till 2 p.m. tomorrow. And she's like, I just hang up. And then I tell my manager, I'm like, hey, bro, she got till 2 p.m. He's like, come on, gang. Like, I done told Jesse, like, he's just mad because he wanted it to be some SEAL Team 6. Like, he got too into character. So I'm like, hey, bro, give her to 2 p.m. So she comes. I call her in the morning. I'm like, hey, we got to have a conversation in person. She's like, I don't want to. I'm like, hey, come to the hospital, bro. None of that bull. She comes to the hospital. I'm like telling her more of like all the she's not doing. And this time she's very irate, bro. She's screaming. She's yelling. She's throwing. The nurses are coming there. Everything good? I'm like, hey, go back to saving lives before yours needs to get saved. Yeah. Like, bro, this is a black girl, bro. She's very irate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't f around during that black girl rage. You don't want to get caught in that. You know what I'm saying? So she's freaking out. She's screaming. And I'm just like, bro, like, I'm like trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm like, hey, just give me a hug. Calm down. She's like, no, I don't want to hug you. You're evil. You're evil. I don't know who's in your head, who's telling you things about me.
So I saw you in a different bathroom. Like, what the?
Exactly. And then I'm just like, okay, this is manipulation. I'm seeing it. But the simp spell is cracking. It's almost cracked fully, but it's not yet. It's almost there. Then I'm like, she calms down and I'm like, you can stay. You can stay. Listen,
bro.
I'm like, you can stay. Like, you can stay. If you're telling me you have nowhere to go, you can stay. She's like, I have nowhere to go. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you good. I can't believe you're giving this much slack.
Yeah, bro. It's because I really come from the bottom of the trenches, bro. And I really just made it here. You know, I still got people back in the trenches. So I don't want anybody to have to go through the that I was just going through, you know? Yeah. I don't want to throw somebody out on the street, bro. Like, that will hurt me. Like, if something was to happen to her, you know what I'm saying? That would, like, fuck with me. So I'm trying not to get to that point. So I tell her she can stay. And then I'm like, bruh, you can stay. Like, everybody's telling me that you're using me. Everybody's telling me that you need to go, but I'm going to let you stay. And then she says the dumbest thing that anybody could ever say in that moment. She's just like, well, I feel like you should stand on your decisions. Like, you don't stick up for me. You let people walk all over you. And I just think you should stand on your decisions. And right there, the simp spell broke. It shattered. Like, I can see clearly now the rain is gone type shit. And I'm just like, you know what? You're right. I refuse to live in a crib with somebody who views me as a nigga, especially somebody who I do everything for. So you have 30 days.
What the?
Come on,
Nah,
man.
bro. What the? You're trolling me.
No, I'm serious.
No, you're
This
dead
is the
ass.
real story.
You're trolling.
I'm not. This is the real story,
no,
bro.
stop it.
This is the real story. I've never told it. And people keep on asking me, what happened to Solar? She was in your music video. Bro, this is the real story.
You hit her with like a layup. You got 30 days.
Yeah, I'm like, you got 30 days to stay here. And then after that, you got to get the fuck on, whether you got somewhere to go or not. And so then she leave, like we crack a couple jokes. She blows up another rubber glove and gives it to me.
What the?
And then
The 2 things she gave you.
Yeah.
Rubber
Two
gloves.
things she gave me, rubber glove. And then she leaves and I call my manager and I'm like, yeah, bro, like I told her she could stay for 30 days. He's like, what the? Why did you do that? And then Jesse's in the background. Why did you do that, man? Come on, man. Oh, you're stupid. And I'm like, hey, calm down, man. We need to talk about this in person. So my manager comes to the hospital and he's like, hey, bro, like she doesn't like me. She already hates you. She knows that she has 30 days to leave. She's gonna backdoor us. She's gonna set us up to get robbed. And like, she already leaves the doors unlocked. She already has random people pull up to our crib. Like, you can't trust her.
Yeah.
Like, she's going to set us up to get robbed. And if somebody comes in here, has guns to our head and we're on the ground, I'm just gonna be looking at you, mean mugging you.
This is on you.
Yeah, he's like, this is on you, gang. This is on you. If anything happens to me, my family is gonna hate you. If anything happens to Jesse, his family is gonna hate you. And then Jesse's like, I don't really think my family will hate you. I think they'll understand. So I'm like, all right, man. She's got to go. But how do we do it? Bro, this playing out like a movie for real, bro. Keep in mind, all this is going on while I'm in the hospital. I'm making executive decisions. And so how is it going to go down? He's like, look, I'm going to go back to the apartment. You're going to call her and say, I want to tell you something, but I don't want them to hear it. Go out on the balcony. And when she's on the balcony, I'm going to lock the door, pack her shit up, and it's going to be in the front. And I'm like, all right. So he goes back to the apartment. He's like, bruh, like he goes to the 7-Eleven first. He's scared. He goes to the 7-Eleven first. He's like, I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, hey bro, I'm at 7-Eleven. I'm getting something to drink. I'm like, all right, man, what's going on with the stalling? Like, bro, he's doing everything except, doing what needs to be done. So by the time he gets there, she's gone. Like, she is nowhere to be found. So he's like, all right, this is perfect. I'm just going to pack her up. And then you have to text her and let her know her is on the balcony and she needs to go. And I'm like, all right. They pack her up and then they put her on the balcony. And then I have to text her. I'm like, yo, you're on the balcony. Get it and leave. Don't make a scene. And of course, in natural woman nature, she made a scene.
Yeah, of course. We knew this was coming.
Yeah. So she shows up to the back door. She's bamming on it. Let me in. Let me in. I'll beat the fuck out of y'all. Let me in. What the fuck? And then she spam calling me, right? And then like, I'm not answering. And then I see an unrecognizable number calling me. And I'm like, bro, something told me. I'm like, bro, I know this is not a nigga calling my phone, bro. But I already knew it was. I answer. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you want? He's like, hey, bro, I'm not trying to be hostile, but I believe you should let her come back in for those 30 days, bro. You done flew this girl out, and because she doesn't want to fuck you kicking her out. You on some Harvey Weinstein, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, that's not even the case. Like, that's not why I'm kicking her out, bro. This is my friend. So even though she didn't want to be with me, I was still letting her stay with me.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case,
But,
bro, I would've.
was this the dude who was fucking her?
I guess so.
That's
I don't know who this dude is.
That's insane.
I don't know who this dude is. So yeah, bro, I'm just like, bro, that's not even the case. That's not how it went down. He's like, yeah, bro, like, we got all types of, like, recordings of you. And I'm like, man, you ain't got to hang up on him. And my manager is like, bro, if he calls back, add me to the line. Keep in mind, all this going down while I'm in the hospital. So he calls back. I add my manager to the line. And he's like, and we're just like, bro, if this is your friend and she's getting kicked out, why not take her in? You know what I'm saying? You trying to have some other dudes take her in. You just take her in. And he's like, oh, bro, that's not my problem, bro. I was trying to make sure my friend has somewhere to stay. And so we get to arguing, calling him all types of niggas. And he's just like, hey, what y'all want to do? Like, I can pull up. We can fight. I'll shoot that bitch up. I'll shoot that bitch up, bro. And my manager's like, come on, then. What you want to do? And so, bro, he pulls up with Solar, a white dude, and the police.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna get them
You
to
threaten
do?
to shoot my house up, but you pull up with the police.
That's
you see what I'm
insane.
saying? That's some fed.
That's
Like, what the? So they tried to pull that squatters' rights. It didn't work.
yeah.
So they just made her leave, but it's not over yet.
Bro, what? This is the craziest.
Yeah, bro. So then afterwards, right? I get out of the hospital. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? The that she was putting me through, like, while she was there, the way that I'm getting through it is she stopped coming places with me, like to the studio. So I'm making these songs about her being not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't play them out loud because she lives with me. So finally I get the opportunity to play these songs, and I go on live and I'm previewing it and I'm talking shit about her. And I'm like, after the live, I was like, I shouldn't have did that.
Nah, you should have done that. Yeah. Yeah.
I just felt bad. Like, I didn't want, people to bash her. Like, even after all that, I didn't want people to bash her. So I try to clean it up, bro. Like, I was walking around with, I call it the Solar glove. Remember the glove I told you she gave me?
Yeah.
I was walking around with that glove. Like, I couldn't let her go. My friends, they would be like, hey, bro, we going to take that while you asleep. I'm like, bro, that might be the last thing you do. You try to mess with my Solar glove. So I was trying to, my fans was getting on her ass. They was like harassing her. And so I'm like, all right, I got to find a way for them not to harass her. So I take some pictures with me sadly looking at the glove. And I'm like, hey, me and Solar, our friendship is over. We decided to part ways amicably. We don't hate each other. We just need to better ourselves, not around each other. Don't turn her into the next Madison or Abigail and start hating on her. She then takes that post and puts it on her story. This mother is weird. Like, we're not friends. We'll never be friends. Like, he's weird. He kicked me out on some weird. And I'm like, what? Why did you do that? Like, I was trying to save you from the online scrutiny. Now, fuck it. Like, the fans are going to get on your. There's nothing I can do. She then goes on Instagram Live and starts talking shit about me. Talking about the reason why I kicked her out is because she liked, like, I liked her, but she didn't like me back. So that's why I kicked her out. Which, based off the story I told you, do you think that's true?
Well, no, it sounds like she was using you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
period.
Like, I was even willing to let her stay after she says she don't want to be with me, bro.
I'm shocked. Honestly,
You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe you went that far. It's insane to me.
Real. So, and then when she's painting this narrative, and it's annoying as to me. So I go to the studio, make this fire song. I post a snippet of it, and I'm talking shit about her. And I'm like, okay, bro, you want to talk shit about me? Like, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And then Everybody's liking the song. It's getting hella, engagement. And then she messages me and she's like, yo, like, I have these recordings of you. Like, if you like keep on talking shit about me, I'm gonna post these recordings. But she's not telling me what they are. I'm just like, bro, what recordings? Like, I've never done anything wrong to you. So what are you talking about recordings? And then I'm like, all right, you got me. Like, I got spooked. So I deleted the post, bro. And like, I deleted the post. And then I tell my manager, he's like, man, you can't let that blackmail you. Like, what the gang? Like, did you do anything to her? I'm like, nah, swear to God, I did nothing to her. And he's like, all right, then post that and tell that let the games begin. Yeah. And so that's what I did. And then she's like, you still doing it? I'm like, bro, you don't got nothing. I didn't do nothing to you. And she's like, I have recordings of, I forgot to tell you this, but like when she went back to the crib from the hospital the second time, I told her, I'm like, yo, can you clean the house up? Like, I'll pay you to do it. And she's just like, yeah, okay. So she didn't go to the house and clean it up. She went to the house and was recording it being all fucked up. Bro, we're 3 dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't even understand who cares?
Exactly. But in her mind, this is like blackmail.
Because the house is dirty?
Yeah. What the exactly. She's like, this is very embarrassing. Like, you like your house is all fucked up. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'll post that shit myself. You've got nothing. And then she's like, oh, and I have a recording of you at the hospital. And I'm like, all right, well, go ahead and post that. It's going to do nothing but show you screaming, yelling, being very irate. This is not good for you. And she's like, no, all I have on the recording is the real reason why you're kicking me out. Now, I also forgot to tell you at the end of me telling her, like right before she left, I was just like, yo, like on top of all those reasons, like, I just need some time to get over you, bro. Like, I like you. You don't like me. That's cool. But like, I just need time to get over that fact. Like, I need space. She's trying to use that as the sole reason to fit her narrative of me kicking her out because I like her and she doesn't like me back. So she has that on recording and says like, I'm going to post all this. It's going to be embarrassing. Then when I figure out that that's all she's got, I'm like, yeah, you're retarded. I'm going to drop this music.
How long ago was this?
Bruh, like maybe a month or 2 ago. This was recent.
What the man? It sounds insane. Like I honestly don't understand how you let it go so far. Like why you really that doesn't I'm sure your boys say the same shit to you. Nah,
I love that girl. Like she could do no wrong in my eyes.
It sounded like you love the idea of who she wasn't though.
I love that girl, bro.
Nah. You love someone you thought she was, but she never was.
That's true. No, you're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah.
Cause that's nuts, dude. That's like classic, like narcissistic, weird using behavior. That's insane.
Yeah, bro. She was on some other. Hey, she's not in my life no more. But listen, like, because of the things that she did, like, I'm now like, bro, when it comes to other girls that I'm talking to, I'm just so like not going for none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what you learned.
Yeah, bro, to not go for none of that. Simp. I was under a simp spell, bro, and it got broken. And then like I said, I can see clearly now the rain. Was
that the first time that you had ever kind of been like used to that degree or like allowed yourself to be taken advantage of to that degree?
Well, there was a time at summer camp.
Yeah, you're a good storyteller. Because it makes sense why you rap. It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I've never been used like that before. Yeah.
I can't believe she had another dude hit you up to be like, that's the weirdest part of it all.
That was crazy. Some random dude. I don't even know.
Probably the dude, the house that she was at that morning. Like it's probably that guy she's been with, which is also weird. It's like, how are you good on the whole situation is just strange, man. Super strange.
It is. But like I said, bro, I use that situation to, I learned from it.
Yeah.
She taught me a lot with her being here, because she would always tell me to not let people walk all over me. And she was right about that. Nowadays, like I'm really demanding my respect,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah. And then just her actions taught me a lot of like with Isabel, the girl at the show,
Yeah.
like, bro, I'd be like, I'm really hard on her, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going for none of this. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm performing at Chicago and you stay in Michigan. If you want to come up to the show, that's cool. But I'm not making any accommodations. I'm not booking any flights. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you learned.
You know, she's got to prove that she's really with me for real.
Yeah. How do you
She says she is, but
how do you then determine I guess not in the sense of with females, but with guys? Like how, like not in the sense of like dating, but like how do you determine people who are fake or just trying to like jump on the bandwagon?
well, the thing is with dudes, they're horrible at it. You know, you can clearly tell when a nigga's trying to get an opportunity or somebody is trying to use you.
Well, yeah, because you don't have that veil. You don't have that like, oh, she's hot or she's this.
Yeah.
You don't have the simp.
Yeah, no, hell
Yeah.
no, hell no.
Because like you said in one of those lyrics, I mean, I can't repeat it, but it's pretty funny.
What lyric? I love all my yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, that is true. I'm not one of those, and I do love all my niggas.
Yeah. I can't believe I saw that. It just like that goes viral so crazy on TikTok. On Twitter. Are you
Yeah.
ever on Twitter?
I go on Twitter to see what they got to say about me, and then I get off.
Yeah, Twitter's nuts, bro.
I hate Twitter.
They love that line though.
They do. They do.
Love that
Bro,
line.
Twitter usually has like a week where they either hate me or love me. It's like every other week it switches.
Yeah, that's how it is though. It's a good platform though for like overall. I think because it allows people to just kind of say whatever and like it seems like there's not as many consequences there as there are on every other platform where if you say certain things, it's like you're just gone.
Yeah, they got
know.
like porn on there.
Everything. That's
that
trash
shit's
though.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
I have a question about like new projects. Do you have any like bigger artists that you're gonna have being features, or is there anything exciting coming up in that?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of. I'm working on my new project currently.
Yeah.
I consider myself to be an album artist. So this album, you know, my albums are about what's going on in my life at the time, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a diary entry, you know. You listen to my album, you're reading my diary.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on, you know. People scrutinize me in the media, finding out if Isabel is going to be the new Solar. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
like
yeah.
this that
I
you're going
hope
to hear
not,
on
bro.
the
That's-
album. I hope not.
Yeah.
She seems genuine. You know, she seems genuine. That's not my but that's my if you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, I told her, she asked me what if I bring her up what I was gonna say, and I said that. She's like, okay, I'm cool with that. So I'm like, all right, hey, yeah. That's not my but that's my if you get what I'm saying.
Are there any like big collabs that you want on an album, or I guess rephrase the question, are there any artists that you'd love to work with?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm a fan of music, so just anybody. You know, my dream collab would be to make a song with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be nuts.
It's the voice of an angel. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that would be fire. But as far as like other collabs, I got some shit in the works. I don't really want to speak on it in case it doesn't happen. And
Yeah, I
then
get
like,
it.
oh, he's a fat liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you're fat and you do, they always add fat
Yeah, they
in
do.
front of it. You know
They
what I'm
do.
saying? So yeah.
So okay, what about has there been did anyone reach out that you've been like, that's cool?
Bradley Martyn.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate
Hell
that.
yeah, bro. Yeah, man, there's been a bunch of people that reached out. As far as like, you know, that coming into fruition, you know, the music industry is a bunch of, you know, hey man, let's do this. But then, you know, the follow-up never really happens. So,
Yeah. I mean, that's like the content space in general.
yeah. So yeah, man, I'm just hoping that the follow-up happens. So
Yeah. Do you plan to make any other types of content? Do you like try to use socials more, or is it just strictly music stuff that you focus on?
well, I like I said, my favorite part of all this is the interviews, you know.
Yeah.
It gives me a chance to talk, show my personality, and, you know, explain the lyrics that sound crazy, but, you know, it's real life. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, there might be an opportunity that you'll see a Dave Blunt show.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
I think you're entertaining for sure. even just outside of the music. Like, I think you're just entertaining.
Yeah.
I think it's why a lot of people are drawn to you, because it's also like, it is the oddity, and that, you know, obviously being overweight and like dealing with the stuff that you're dealing with is kind of like what's going to happen.
Hell yeah.
But I really do hope that you get your health in check and that you don't.
I will, man. You know, I will for sure, bro. But it's like I said, bro, like those comments, year max, bro, nobody knows when my day is going to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and let anybody tell me how long I have to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I just, the name of my next album that's going to be out is going to be called Exactly, So Shut Up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, all my albums that I've dropped this year, they go into each other within the title. The first one was You're Not That Special. The second one is I Can Do What You Can Do. The third one was, Well, Dude, Here's My Thing. The fourth one, I Would Like to See You Try. And then, man, the next one is going to be Exactly, So Shut Up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be me shutting up all the haters, bro.
Yeah. So do you really drink lean really often? Like, actually?
Do I drink lean often? Hey, man, you see the cup? It's styrofoam. There's two of them. It says purple stuff. I sip that purple stuff, man.
Yeah. I thought you were going to bring some, because I was actually joking with the boys that I would try some. I've never tried it ever.
Yeah, man. And I'm not gateway. You know, I'm not going to give you lean or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's too expensive, just be giving it away. You know what I'm saying?
Respect that.
Like,
I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro.
No?
No, I'm not giving it away. No.
Wait, but what happened? You giving to the girl and
Yeah.
this is you know, you was giving
Shit,
away all the weed.
Man, I didn't even give that lean.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, man, no. I'd say I got a hold on it, but who knows? Like, every drug addict can say, I'll stop whatever I want to.
Yeah.
You know, not that I'm a drug addict, but who really knows when they're a drug addict, you know?
Yeah, it's real.
So, yeah, bro.
Well, it was a pleasure to talk to you, man. And I really appreciate your time, and thank you for coming out for real.
No problem, man.
Is there anything else you want to say? You want to tell the fans? You want to tell your fans, my fans, anyone?
Yeah, this new album, Exactly, So Shut Up, is coming soon. I'm cooking it up. And hey, hopefully Isabel isn't the new Solar.
No, yeah, that would be terrible, dude.
Yeah.
You can't have two of those in a row. You have a
Nah.
she'll be good. I hope.
She'll be all right.
We'll hope it ages well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then one more thing, as far as the training, when do you start, or have you already started consistently with your trainer?
I have not started. I just got back to LA yesterday.
Yeah.
I still got to get cleared from my doctor on what, you know, my limitations are.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever thought about taking Ozempic?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. You know about it, obviously.
I've heard about it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need help, I'm more than happy to help.
Hell yeah.
Like whatever, off camera. I really mean that. If I could help you,
I appreciate
I will
that,
help
man.
you.
I appreciate that.
You can just text me and I'll help you.
Yeah, Bradley Martyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming, man, for real.
No problem.
Thank
bro.
you. Thanks for doing it. Yeah, and if you need, I genuinely mean that. You need anything from me, I'm here.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, can you get Solar back?
I don't know if you want that one back, bro.
All right, my bad.
That one's,
Yeah.
you gotta let that go. Do you still have the gloves?
No, I ripped him up. I cut him up.
You sure?
I did.
You cut him
yeah.
up and put him somewhere else?
I cut him up. Yeah, bro.
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem,
Every
bro.
Tuesday, I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next week.